the talk in majority of the churches in Kern County this morning. Restaurants this afternoon, beauty shops, barber shops, coffee shops next week. I'm going to be asking the question, how can someone reach that pinnacle of success and fall? I'm talking about the pastor of the River Lakes Church, River Zion. I have met him on a few occasions. He's highly educated, very articulate. And whenever you read the article, he says that the pressure of the ministry and trying to live up to the expectation of the people caused him to be separated from his family, his children, and turned to pornography. Isn't that a real good excuse? Trying to please people, he said, I couldn't live up to the expectations of the congregation. George Frazier, a friend of mine that goes around and does remedial work for churches, he told one church, and I won't say which one it was, he said, the pastor, you need to be like Wayne Montgomery. Go down and listen to him preach. George came here 3 or 4 times because he runs the church biblically. Not everybody likes it. But he said that he is the spokesman for that congregation. Not a deacon board, not an elder board, but that he is the spokesman for that congregation. And I'm not going to live up to any of your expectations. Because Jesus said that John the Baptist came fasting and praying, doing all the religious things. And he said, I have come eating and drinking. You said that he had a devil and that I'm a wine-bibber and a glutton. To me, that says that you're not going to please everybody. God didn't call you to please everybody. You're to please him. Now, some of you can be offended at that because that you're still working on your holiness. I've already reached mine. Amen. I've already reached my perfection. Glory to God. I'm not perfect in Wayne Montgomery. I'm perfect in Jesus Christ. Yes. You say, well, when are your hidden sins going to come out? Well, mine come out all week. You can listen to them all over town. Hello. Amen. Glory to God. I mean, why are you going to get upset because somebody judges you? I'm certainly not going to let it separate me from my family or from a wife or turn to pornography. Now, let's get on with the Sunday morning sermon. Things could have been different. After you've done something and the repercussion of it, things could have been different. My wife has got a strong faith in believing that prayer changes things. You say, well, don't you? Oh, yeah, I believe in prayer, and I've seen God work miracle after miracle, but prayer does not change everything, and prayer cannot change everything. We sat there and watched on that big old color television set with a woman, and she was standing under this humongous tornado. I mean, and I've seen them before. It hadn't plumed out yet, but it was sure, David, it was coming close. And she is recorded on national television, worldwide television, that she prayed this tornado away. And you could hear her pray, and it said she was praying and speaking in tongues and prayed this tornado away. My wife said, that's exactly what happened. Okay, whatever you want to feel like. But did you see how many bars that the last 4 days, or how many houses of ill repute were blown away? So a whole lot of big, beautiful, historical churches. Amen. Why don't you believe prayer changes things? I believe that prayer can change everything except what God has said that can't be changed. Matthew 26, 50 to 56. Now, we're living in very delicate, dark days. We're living in unpredictable days. You think those people back east would have stayed there had they known those tornadoes were going to come through there with such devastation? How about the superintendent that sent a whole lot of those kids home a half hour before it literally destroyed the school?
Yes.
And then it took the bus that many of them had been taken home in and threw it in to one of the school buildings. Force of nature is powerful. Could God have stopped it? Could God have done something different about it? Well, absolutely. God can stop us from doing anything. The only problem is God cannot go against his character. And God created us in the image of who? In the image of himself. We were created in the image and likeness of God. We have what is called a free moral choice. We have the right to choose or to refuse. Do you think that I could get away with saying that you're responsible for my, brash, insensitive, arrogant behavior? Certainly can't blame it on my wife. Can I blame it on pressure of life, pressure of what I'm doing, of trying to make a living, or can I tell God, well, God, they don't care, why should I? I come closer to that than anything else. But whenever we look at the dangerous situation that we're confronted with, that Prime Minister Netanyahu is going to be here tomorrow. He's going to go back to Israel. And what he's going to do is what he said before the United Nations. Hold on to the covenant that God made to our fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. What are we holding on to? Now, you can get upset with me. I don't really. I do care. My wife's going to quit saying that. Yes, I do care, and I'm sensitive in some areas. But whenever it comes to politics, and you don't think America's bankrupt? Obama did what he said he was going to do. He brought us into the highest gas prices. Said he's going to get them up to the same as Europe. And he has got us on the brink of socialism. If the Supreme Court does not overturn 2 or 3 of the things they've put through, then we can look at the Constitution and say every time a 2-bit politician jumps up, they can change and take away that which our forefathers said God gave us. And that's right of choice. I don't need the government to tell me what to do or how to do it as long as I am not infringing on your freedom and your liberty.